If you are a Mexican and you use your culture as a costume, gotta cut that shit out.
If you're dressing like this for Halloween, I'm letting you know right now. Every time I'm around people like that, it makes me feel cringe.
There's a lot of OG women that still have the thin, tatted eyebrows. And it's sad that some will look at it as like a joke.
Why is it that it's okay to only like make fun of homies or homegirls? But if we're here making fun of other ethnicities, all your races.
The way someone dresses, the costume that you guys like to wear is something that someone genuinely lives and wears every day.
Why do they always have to do some gay shit? Notice that? Blood in, blood out, they have to do some gay shit.
I think it's time that a lot of people speak up and hold accountable things in our culture that don't represent us the right way.
¿Qué onda, Raza? And welcome back to our canal. Well, this one will be for Evelyn's channel. As you can tell, the environment is different. What do you have to say?
What do you guys think? Are you guys liking it so far?
So Evelyn had the bright idea of actually booking.
Okay, you guys, I don't know if you could tell, but we're pretty nervous right now. I'm really nervous right now. A lot of people tell us, make a podcast, and we finally decided, fuck it, we're going to give it a try. If you guys like it, this just might be a consistent thing for us.
So Halloween's around the corner, and why not make a video on Halloween? But what does everybody always want to dress up as Halloween when they don't know what costume to wear and the day comes? People are like, fuck, what should I be for Halloween? What does everybody choose?
Cholo costume?
Yeah, every fucking body wants to do a Cholo costume, so we're going to make a fucking video on our thoughts. And again, this is just our beliefs, our thoughts. It's not facts. It's just our opinion. So yes.
We're not coming here to offend anybody. We're not trying to come off aggressive. We just want to bring attention that your culture should not be used as a Halloween costume. Because we see this year round. Even maybe some of our family members are guilty of doing this. So this isn't to be personal, attacking you or your mom or your prima. Like, we're victims of this. I have primas who dressed up as Chola clowns.
Okay, I didn't want to cut you off. And I just want to make this shit clear. Like, so I'm looking at the camera directly. We are not fucking pussies. We don't get offended easily. Like, literally, I'm the last person to get offended easily. So this is not us trying to feel like we're offended or being super sensitive. We're not fucking pussies.
And we're not trying to say we're the creators and leaders of fashion and we, you know what I mean? Like, real shit, I haven't seen anyone bring attention to this and say, hey, look, don't use someone's culture as a costume. That's the main point we're trying to bring.
Yes. So, okay, let's jump right into it.
If you are a Mexican and you use your culture as a costume, gotta cut that shit out. Even if you're more of, because when it comes to Mexicans, there's a lot of different styles, right? Some people grew up more vaquero.
Yeah.
More
paisa.
There we go.
More soccer, more preppy, more fresa.
You have that side of the Mexicans. And then other categories of Mexicans you have are the homies, the lowriders, which those are the ones that grew up genuinely. Their lifestyle was the Dickies, 501s, flannels. You know what I mean? That's their real style. So if you're the vaquero Mexican that thinks, I don't have a costume this year, let me be a cholo.
I mean, how would you feel if I fucking throw on random ass cowboy boots? Obviously, I do get down like that when I go to bailes.
But not as a costume, right?
But I wouldn't wear that shit as a costume, dog, because I'm not gonna sit here and try to make fun of you guys. But what makes me upset is pages or other people of our people who make it acceptable to just dress up and make fun of like homies, like Chicanos, because we're not out here making fun of other people.
All right, you guys. So when it comes to the Cholo costumes, what do we think of? Cargo shorts with Chuck Taylors. No one says that. No one fucking says quarter spoon. Cargo shorts with some Chucks.
Well, you know what's the weird thing that you say that now?
What?
My jefe, he only calls them Chuck Taylors.
Really?
He doesn't call them Converse. He doesn't call them All Stars. He only calls them Chuck Taylors. So growing up, I was like, what the fuck is Chuck Taylors?
I never say Chuck Taylors. I don't know why I said Chuck Taylors.
Well, that's a basketball player. But my jefe, he only calls Converse Chuck Taylors. So people actually do. Well, at least
I just feel like it throws it off when you're wearing the one button flannel, you're wearing cargo shorts, and then you're wearing some Chucks. And they're never nice Chucks. They're like the dirty, beat up ones. Like, okay, that's far behind. That's beyond the point.
And everybody always wears big bandanas.
Yeah, they'll wear like a red flannel with like a green bandana. And if it's not on the forehead, it's tucked right here, right away, right on the pants, right? Yeah. Or in the back pocket.
Look, if you're dressing like this for Halloween, I'm letting you know right now. Every time I'm around people like that, it makes me feel cringe. It makes me feel weird. Like, you call that like shit's crawling on your skin? It just makes me feel uncomfortable. It's not that like I know most of the time people are not doing it to be offensive. They're just doing it to do it. But like al chile, when I see that like in person, like it just makes me feel really cringe.
Not only, sorry to cut you off, but not to mention the outfit alone being cringe. Let's not forget when they got added the lingo. What's up, fool? Órale.
Anything for Alina's home.
Yeah.
Ándale, I know where they are.
For real?
Oh yeah, I never liked when people were like, oh, the downers of what the fuck. Is
And they
that?
gotta do the
higher
little whistle and the little, you know.
Yeah, and the thing is, right? It's because there's other ethnicities that are doing it, and it's not to be racist or be racial or anything, but if we were to do it back on those same exact ethnicities, we'd be considered racist, and that's the shit that pisses me off. Like I feel like it's okay to make fun of Chicanos, it's okay to make fun of like homies, whatever you want to call us, right? Which is cool because we could take a joke, but as soon as we want to do that back, now it becomes a big fucking problem.
Now moving away from the typical Cholo costume, typical Chola costume. The girls go to. Go ahead, start it off. What comes to your mind when you think of a Chola costume?
They always have to wear a fucking tank top with the little spaghetti straps with a flannel, but only one from the top, and then their crevice always has to be out. Like,
My favorite has to be when they wear a crop top muscle shirt with suspenders.
top muscle shirt. Yeah, yeah, or just a bandana, no? And they'll use that as like just to cover themselves.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was low-key a fan of that look, but Tony's not a fan. I think it's kind of cute.
It's all right.
The OGs know Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the intro, the baddie with the bandana shirt.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, she eats that look up.
Oh, have you ever done it?
I might have. I honestly don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Girl costume.
Sharpie, big, obnoxious, fucking.
And fool, you drag it? Damn.
Oh my
like
God.
that. Fool.
Why you look like the Nike logo on my Cortez?
Okay.
And it offends me when the güeras do that. When güeras think they could get down the chola makeup into them, it's drawing on really, because they do. Women do wear their eyebrows like that. My mom personally has them thin and tatted, so I feel like it's offensive when someone will look at her and think, "Oh my god, like that's corny. That's a, you know, because you guys have made it a costume, so they see it as a costume. It's disrespectful." There's a lot of OG women that still have the thin tatted eyebrows, and it's sad that some will look at it as like a joke because it's been made fun of, you know.
See, I got love for like the white homies and the white homegirls, so I don't really take it too personal because there's other ethnicities. So I'm not just gonna sit here and shit on like the white people. I hate that term because there's all the other ethnicities that really try to shit on us too. So
It's because what came to my mind was, a while back you could see, I think Sandra Bullock.
Your bubblegum dumb looking ass.
She did a parody and she's doing like the Chola voice and like being a cornball. And I feel like that's like, it's funny, but then it's like,
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. But you know who also did that? Now that it comes to mind, didn't Selena Gomez do that too?
yeah.
I got a new eyeliner. The eyeliner poked me in the eye.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Yeah. But see, like that, it's just why is it that it's okay to only like make fun of homies or homegirls, but if we're here making fun of other ethnicities, oh you're racist, oh you're this, oh you're that. That's the thing that I'm like really really upset about.
That's why it falls back to Raza is allowing this. Raza is the one promoting and supporting Instagram pages that clown on Mexicans, movies and TV shows that give us a corny stereotype. It's like we gotta be the ones to not fuck with that. I feel personally.
This is off track, but why is it that in every Chicano fucking movie, and the only one that didn't do it, and it's my favorite one, is Boulevard Nights, why do they always have to do some gay shit? You notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Blood in, blood out, they have to do some gay shit. American Me, they have to do some fucking gay shit.
If you guys want a conversation on that, we can make that a whole separate episode, you guys, because I think it's time that a lot of people speak up and hold accountable things in our culture that don't represent us the right way. Because back then, when you would look at a genuine Chicano or a homeboy, a real lowrider, they were respectful men. They were intimidating. They weren't corny clowns.
And the thing was, right, they all preached about being faithful to their ladies. Everybody knows about like the Chicano love image. You see all the fucking prison tattoo drawings, you see all the images, all the fucking pictures. It's always a man with a lady. Like no one really talks about how much like Chicanos actually love their ladies. There's this image now that like we're like some fucking players and we're just fucking womanizers and have a whole bunch of fucking babies by like hood rats, and that's never been the case.
Yeah, we're glorifying a lot of negative stuff, you guys. And like I said, the people dressing up as us, our own people dressing up as us as costumes, is just a small factor that escalates into a lot of other things. But that's for another topic, you guys. Okay. So now we're going to jump into actual points to why it could be offensive, why you shouldn't do it. It reduces our culture to a stereotype, as we mentioned. You don't understand that a lot of people genuinely came up from this style and they came up with respect. There's a lot of history behind it. It isn't just we just decided to throw on these clothes and just, there's culture
There's
behind
meaning
it.
behind it.
There's culture meaning, and I think it's important to learn that.
Shit, there's like so much that I do want to say. She was just talking about the clothes. I wanted to start giving now like history about the clothes and what clothes we wear specifically and why.
Yeah, there's meaning
But that's
behind
just
it.
yeah, but that's just for another video because I don't want to drop too much information on one video. I actually want to have reason to make more videos, but that'll be another topic for another video.
But that's important because if we throw an example, let's say right now I dress as a Native American with feathers on my head and a bow and arrow. A lot of Mexicans are Native American, and they know that's the worst way to portray indigenous people.
Dude, and no offense to the blacks or the brothers, whatever you want to call them, but if I'm over here wearing a daishiki with a fucking African chain, people are gonna take offense to that.
Or if I wear a kimono, you guys are gonna like that.
Or if I want to wear a fucking skirt and with bagpipes, Scottish people are gonna be upset.
Every culture has its certain
Fashion culture. Well, every culture has their own fashion.
Exactly, we have our own fashion, and that's why when you pinpoint certain things and you take from it, like a little red dot from the Indians,
Yeah.
that's already like people already made that a joke, and it's like that shouldn't be. You don't know the meaning behind it.
That's why I would never dress up as a joke, as a fucking cholo. Motherfucker, I'm a homie. This is me on a regular basis. So I'm not going to make fun of the person that I am.
Reason number 2 why you shouldn't use your culture as a costume. And I'm going to keep emphasizing that, you guys. Because Halloween's coming up and I know I'm going to see it. But it lacks consent. Our culture, your culture, any culture, not even just our culture. Culture isn't an accessory. Don't use your culture as an accessory. The way someone dresses, the costume that you guys like to wear is something that someone genuinely lives and wears every day. Borrowing elements without permission or understanding can be invasive or offensive.
But again, we're not fucking pussies. We don't easily get offended. That's the point of this whole video. We're not fucking pussies. We aren't easily offended. I just want to make that clear.
Now, we've had a lot of people that reach out to us and they're like, look, I'm Mexican American, but my parents don't want me to dress like this. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
And we're not against people that want to start dressing old school, that want to start getting, because honestly, look at the way it is now with all these brands, all the social media, it's promoting and hyping up the style. So a lot of people are just taking it in and starting to dress this way. But there's a difference between cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation.
So I actually believe that the estilo got so fucking watered down because everything's about fucking monetary gains. Where vatos would just throw on random shit on a shirt and call it Chicano, call it old school. And literally our culture has been so fucking watered down. The authenticity is so watered down that's why when there's like other people like myself, they blow up fast because they're different. They're literally authentic. You can see it. You can feel it. But most people now just throw on anything, or these brands would just call anything Chicano and try to sell it to us. And then our people, they don't know. They don't know what the real estilo is. So they're just buying it and they're just wearing it. And then the estilo gets watered down like that from generation to generation.
And if you look into a lot of these Chicano brands, a lot of them aren't even Mexican. It's a lot of people profiting off the culture that literally have no roots, no background to the culture.
Yeah, 100%. Look, and I'm not really against people having to be Mexican to fucking sell the clothes. Because, look, I'm sure the owner of Dickies isn't Mexican. And I'm sure the vato from Ben Davis isn't Mexican. But that's what we stick to because back in the day, that's just the brands that we wore. So if there's up-and-coming brands, it's cool if you really like the clothes. But most people aren't doing it because they're not doing it to help the fashion. They're not doing it to help the culture. They're doing it to make money off the culture. So there's a big difference.
But I'm coming from a place where I know that you got to acknowledge that a lot of people are making money off our culture that aren't Mexican for the game. That needs more attention as well. And it's okay because I've been a victim to supporting brands that I thought were from Mexican people and they actually weren't. So, but again, that's a conversation for another day, you guys. We aren't trying to make this too negative. We are just trying to say, look, if you want to genuinely dress the part, you want to learn more about it, do it. Just do your research. Know what you're getting into. Know the background of it and support the creators who are genuinely doing it right, who are teaching you what you're learning, you know?
Yeah, do you actually want to give a shout out to a couple?
On my end, some female creators that I would like to shout out and give their flowers to is there's this homegirl on Instagram. Her name's Nessa. She's a Pachuca style female. Her and her husband, well, her and her partner actually, they do it so beautiful, so genuine. Another homegirl would have to be Miriam. She's not Chola or Chicana, but she is a beautiful Mexican American, I believe, and she does beautiful vintage style. Make sure you look into her. And I would have to say the homegirl Jimena Chola from Tijuana. She is very, very badass, very tumbada, I love her style. I actually take a lot of inspiration from her. So, saludos, homegirl.
For me, right now, the Vato's doing it probably like really well. It's always been MC Pancho. The Vato's a veterano. He has it on point.
Mm-hmm.
Another Vato's my personal homeboy, the homeboy Frosty from Pomona. I'll put a few pictures of up there for him. But that's another Vato who's doing it like literally authentically. You think the Vato's literally from the fucking 70s. And that's my style all day. So saludos, carnal.
Another thing that I do have to spread some, because I just kind of want to get into that frustrates me is these TV shows that portray us so badly, you guys, where that adds to the stereotype, that adds to why people dress up the way they do. On my blog, for example, I think Spooky is a character that people take a lot of inspiration from because he has the little tattoos. He's always wearing the dicky shorts with a tank top. I think that show portrays us super corny.
Can I be honest? I think out of the whole show, Spooky was probably the one who did it closest to it, but the whole show in general gave us a bad rep.
Another one that gives us a corny look would have to be Next Friday.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
With
100%.
a lot of people like to throw a beanie and be like, oh, I like they'll clown and act like that about them.
Yeah, and honestly, I've never met a homeboy who wears a fucking
more
beanie.
locked doors.
But I've never had a homeboy, never met a homeboy who's ever fucking wore a beanie like that. Again, like, you got to understand that these are just TV shows. But people really take it and literally think it's real.
Yeah.
And another thing, too, like, they promote, I think that on that movie, too, they were promoting kind of like gay shit.
And I have to be a hater, and I know you guys are probably going to hate me for saying this, but maybe as a kid, you found it funny, you liked it. Well, okay, I just have to say it. People like Little Moco and Cholo Adventures for sure created and boosted the stereotype.
Yeah, sadly. But did you grow up on them, too?
So Little Moco's from Las Vegas, I think, and I had friends that would film with him, so I knew who he was. But honestly, I never liked his content. His songs were catchy, though, but I knew, like, it was cool.
Nothing. How's it going, you little fucking wetback?
Yes.
I can't lie and say I didn't watch it. I did watch it, but I knew it was corny.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they came out like around 2010, 2011. So
2012,
I was almost like a
13.
teenager, and I remember back then I thought it was funny.
Not to cut you off, also during that time, the trends, this wasn't a trend. People weren't even
Yeah,
dressing
that
like
is
this
true.
during that time.
During this time, motherfuckers, I'm not gonna forget. All you guys that are dressing up old school now, I know back in the day you guys were shufflers. For some reason now everybody wants to be old school. I know back in the day all of y'all were shufflers. So at the time, I actually would see those videos and I thought they were funny because I was younger. So my sense of humor was way different than what it is now. Now, I don't think it's funny. Like, I look at it and I just think it's corny. It makes me feel how I said, like, kind of like cringe. Like, it fucking makes me feel like something's crawling up on me when I see shit like that.
But it's like those people making our culture a joke, making the real people, the real OGs, cornballs.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where, and then we were, how old were we? 2013, we were like 12,
13.
literally we were kids, which that programs into kids' minds. So now with this Chicano thing being a trend, being a way that people clout chase, it's teaching younger kids, like you said, it's watering down the culture. They don't know the real thing. They don't know the authentic history no more because we're being erased and rewritten in a way, right?
Yeah, like for example, never in my life did a homeboy ever wear Air Forces. Like, all of a sudden now everybody thinks Chicanos, Air Forces. That has never been our shoe, bro. That used to be the black shoes like in New York. So I'm just saying that when it comes to me, if you see my content, I try to stay like 100% authentically because I feel like that's important to keep it authentic because that's who we really are.
Yes, and don't support and advocate making us a joke and putting us in a little box, you know, because also that falls into these films. When people make films and they have a Mexican, they portray as corny. Like, let's say they're not even dressing as a cholo. What are they wearing? A sombrero and a poncho. They have to have beer in their hand. It's like, we need to rewrite the way we're being seen as Mexicans.
If you're gonna dress up like a cholo for Halloween, cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna promote saying, oh, we gotta whoop their ass, and anybody you see dressed like that, whoop their ass. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you, like, bro, vatos like me, people who are really like a homie, they feel cringe. It feels like uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, every time I see somebody like that, it's funny. Like, it makes me feel weird. It, like, genuinely makes my like skin feel like something's crawling on me. But you know what's weird? Why I just thought about that as I did this. I started thinking of the vato from Mad TV. Little Joker, eh?
My name's Nacho Hernandez, but everyone calls me Little Joker, eh?
Look, you see, it's like, fuck, he makes us look like a clown, but that vato's funny as fuck.
Hey, these are my homes right here. Fool right here with the scar on his head, that's piggy bank. Clink, clink, clink. This right here, we call him coffee mug, homes, because he's only got one here, eh? Look at, órale, what? This one, we call him clock, eh? Because one arm's shorter than the other, eh? Show him 3 o'clock, homes. Órale, what?
Yeah,
Some
so
jokes are funny. I'm not gonna be all uptight and mad about it. Like, people are funny. But
that's what we're trying to say. Like, we're not sensitive pussies. We can say when something's funny, it's funny. Mm-hmm. But I don't see this funny. I don't see this funny. Like, it just
yeah, the costume. Like, I think we kind of drifted and went like sideways because there's just so much to touch. But the main focus was, if you're gonna dress, if you genuinely all year round you're trying to dress this way, do your research, approach it with respect, and support your creators who are very authentic, who you could tell knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, and if the Chicano culture really catches your attention, carnal, just fucking hit me up, dog. Like, I'll fucking answer your messages. I'll literally give you some tips. Like the vatos from Vietnam, we could put some pictures, or the vatos from Japan. Those are motherfuckers that literally have the estilo down to the fucking point. That's why they have my respect, because they literally, they even tat the Virgen de Guadalupe on them. Like, those motherfuckers go, what do you call that? Far and beyond. Like, they literally,
I feel like you don't look at the people in Japan and think, oh, they're corny, or they're joking on each other. They're like pretty legit and respectful. I feel like they took our culture and made it. They're doing it really good. I feel like when you look at our people on our side, we look like corny. We're very
see, that is a good point. Why is it that other cultures, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Asians, because I have a lot of love for Asians. Why is it that they're doing it way better than our own people?
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm like, I don't see them making jokes or clowning around.
Yeah, see, that's why I actually have a lot of love for the Filipinos too, because they get down. Like, any Asian, bro, I fucking love you guys. Al Chile. Especially being in the Navy. Who do we hang around with? A whole bunch of Filipinos, a whole bunch of...
They're the closest thing to a Mexican.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you guys, to the homies who are gonna dress, well, I mean, I don't know, to the friends, to the military friends who I know are probably gonna end up wearing this costume, don't take this as, oh, they're sensitive, oh, they're crying, oh, they're the leaders of that. Like, no. We're not claiming nothing. We're not saying that you have to do what we say. We're just giving you our opinion, which we've made very clear. Don't use your culture, anyone's culture, as a costume. We want to improve. We want to get better at doing podcasts. So if you like this video, if you like these sit down and talk type of videos, comment down below. Let us know. We might just end up filming more.
Yes. So muchas gracias for tuning in. This will be on Evelyn's channel. I think you guys are gonna get a lot of good information out of this video. I can't think of the word right now.
Hopefully you take a tip or two. Hopefully you take some advice. Hopefully you de-influence someone from wanting to dress this way. I hope we kind of change your perspective, because we're not trying to attack anybody. Like we said, I hate that we gotta like filter, so like, just so you guys know, because people are so like,
yeah, we're not pussies. Again, make sure you put that in there, like all the times that I've said it.
Comment down how many times he said that, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and whatever video you want to see next, whatever ideas you have, drop them down in the comments.
Hasta rato.